Hello and welcome to Tales Across Time and Space. I'm Thomas, your game master, and I'm joined by Zeistund.
Hello, I am Zeistund, and I had a thing, but then I was like, oh, I'm probably going to be last, so I'll have time to think about it, and I didn't, so... I'm playing the Discarded,
Yep.
and I'm also playing Zeistund, so...
I'm also joined by JDSB.
Hey, it's me, Genius B, aka person who Thomas finally convinced, who's indirectly was convinced by Thomas to continue my Let's Play finally, and I'm playing Janox, the Linksmith.
I'm also
I
joined
thought
by...
you were going to do a rap there.
Anyways, I'm also joined by... So, I'm trying to say everyone's character because I'm looking at the preview here. I'm joined by Radical Dishonesty.
Character.
Hi, I'm Radical Dishonesty. I play Sohoy, the Chosen One, the only character with the newest art for him.
Yes, he has now joined the people with visual representations.
Remember, the only character with new art. Coincidence? Yes.
And lastly, I am joined by Kitsune.
Hi, I am Crystalline Kitsune, and I have a kitten. And I am playing Lara the Mystic.
Just keep the kitten off the computer.
She's so cute.
I don't care how cute she is. She can't be on the computer. She downloads viruses.
Oh, just because you did that one time.
But anyways, today we're playing Interstitial Logos. But first, I would put some updates here, but I don't think there really is anything. I'll probably be trying to do the stream at some point this week. We just errands took too long, and so there wasn't really time to get home, make lunch, and actually get on for it for any value of time. So look for that showing up. Whatever, I'll tweet when it goes live, before it goes live. So you'll have an idea. So with that out of the way, last time you had arrived on Agrabah. And you found yourself in the marketplace as a new prince was arriving in town, one calling himself Prince Ali from Ababwa. You collected coins, saw some of them were printed on with his spokesman, I guess, his chief entertainer, I think is what you guys came to the conclusion of.
Yeah.
But then his procession passed going onto the palace. Shortly after that, as you were looking in the market trying to find this orb that Experiment 626 had, Laura witnessed a small urchin running from guards clutching a loaf of bread, and Laura proceeded to wash them away with a wave of water. And then everyone spent some time being kind to the orphan. Sahoy got bored and wandered off. Or distracted and got wandered off. Either way, he wandered off. But then Jafar arrived in disguise, of course, because Jafar is a upstanding and forthright individual. With
Who will never ever cause harm. I mean, people misjudge him all the time.
We know you're in love with him.
Jafar did nothing wrong.
We're not there yet. Well, this is still the recap here. So, the group of you was invited to the palace while Zahoy ended up in the city. He saw a bird. He chased the bird, went to the palace, and fell into a secret trapdoor to the dungeon.
Let's never bring him to the Lion King world. He'll end up chasing Zazu.
Don't worry. The Lion King is actually not currently on my list. Unless there is overwhelming demand from our players, it is not my intent.
Or our audience.
We have an audience?
Just saying we could, and they could demand worlds.
Well, if people... Okay,
if anyone
audience...
else is on my side of wanting 101 Dalmatians, then that'd be wonderful. I want 101
Really?
Dalmatians.
That's your choice.
I want 101 Dalmatians.
You just want to hang with all the puppers?
Yeah. That and I know
Well,
the list of... I know
version.
what worlds we're going to. So, that is the one that we're currently not going to that I really want to go to.
You know, the live action one would fit in with the theme we're doing so far.
I know. We just watched the live action one the other day, and I love it.
Anyways, where was? Oh yeah, you got invited to the palace. You had a brief audience with the sultan, who offered to help you find your mysterious object, but he needs help with something else in turn. During which,
We probably should have asked him to find our mysterious monkey.
Sahoy is not a monkey.
Not a monkey.
No.
Thank you for referencing one of my favorite cartoons.
Powerpuff Girls?
No, Dave the Barbarian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That is Disney.
Because that was also a thing in Powerpuff Girls. Mojo Jojo always yelled, "I am not a monkey!"
Yes, but the specific "not a monkey" phrase was from Fang in Dave the Barbarian, which a show that does not get enough.
Yeah, mine's
was good.
Powerpuff
It was
Girls.
good.
Because I've never seen David the Barbarian.
We should watch it sometime.
Oh, you should. It
Where's the...
Anyway,
for my
focus,
phone?
everyone.
Anyways, yeah.
What's the fun in it? Come on, guys.
All right. Yeah.
I
So,
plugged it and we lost it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, Lucy.
anyway, so but he said it would have to wait until after the party for that they're holding for their harvest. So meanwhile, Sahoy ended up in dungeon, saw a bunch of the prisoners that were starved and in horrible condition turn into heartless, and he paralyzed them. Eventually, some guards came down. Sahoy hid, and then followed one of them up who went to go to see someone called Jafar. Wonder who that is. But then, at the final moments of the thing, I don't remember exactly what Jafar was saying, but basically, the guard from the basement came into the party. This Prince Ali started doing an overwrought dance number, and a fountain in the middle of this playing, instead of spewing water, started spewing out these water core heartless.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we open in on. So that's it, which brings us to today's episode. There's a party here in Agrabah. A party here in Agrabah.
There's a party here in Agrabah.
I may or may not be trying to have every episode be titled after a song from Aladdin at this point.
What?
It may be a bad
Crazy.
idea because I sing songs when they're mentioned.
Yeah, but I only mentioned it once.
Huh?
I only mentioned it once. And I doubt you're going to trigger like content ID on anything.
I don't know. You should be surprised. I basically sang all the way through. Everyone Wants to Be a Cat yesterday. So.
Okay. So yeah.
Everybody wants to be a cat.
So let's start with Sahoy, because you're the one kind of most on the fringe of the situation. You see the guard kind of just dramatically open a door, because of course it's dramatically opening a door.
Right.
And you see kind of the view of this kind of nice courtyard, very kind of lush and kind of well thing. There's a lot of party goers. There's punch. There's jams. There's jams. There's jams.
Too much jams.
Way too many jams.
Well, there's jams in both senses of the word, apparently.
But yes, and oh, look at that fountain. Wait, that's not water coming out of the fountain. That's heartless. What do you do?
Heartless? What?
Yeah, there's a little ball of heartless coming out of the fountain in the room the guard just entered.
Why is there a fountain in the room the guard just entered?
Because he entered that chamber where the dance number came in. There's a fountain in the middle of it.
Oh, okay.
This makes no sense for anyone who hasn't seen the movie.
No, yeah, I haven't seen the new movie even a little bit. And I never will.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's kind of like a courtyard-ish space where they're having the party.
Okay. There are heartless everywhere.
Yeah, they're like these. Here, let me find an image.
Is anyone else paying attention to it, or am I like the only person who notices it?
Like this is just you. This is in the moment of you noticing it. as he opened the door, because this apparently just started happening.
Okay.
So what do you do?
What was he trying to tell to his
The
Well, whatever. There's a ton of people in this room, and there's a what's it called? And the guy is talking about like is approaching some guy, and then there are heartless everywhere, right?
Yep. Like he
So I am
opened the room and suddenly
immediately. Yeah, I am immediately. Yeah. Is the only way into the room through the door?
right now, yeah. I mean, there's probably some other entrances, but this is the clearer way into the room right now.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty much gonna like jump basically right past him. Probably closer enough to like jumping off of him.
Okay, yeah, no, I'd picture you totally like the push down. You jump over him, push down his helmet over his eyes as you launch forward.
And in midair, there's the keyblade thing, and I'm just crashing down directly on the group of heartless in the fountain.
Okay, and if you that's definitely a strike with intent. And if you succeed well enough, I imagine what you're going to do is you're going to slide on the opposite side a bit on the stone, and then they're going to poof.
He's going into slow motion, apparently.
I don't know anything about whether or not. Hold on. I gotta actually pull up my the story thing. But yes, it's definitely gonna be like a thing. Let's wait until I roll to tell what I do with it.
I know.
I'll tell what to do with it. Come on.
Well, I'm just picturing how you're going to end, like how it's going to look when you end whatever you're doing.
Okay. Anyway, roll +2 because I'm fighting with light, and I got a 7. That's just enough to do something good.
Yep.
I'm actually gonna do it just from deal harm and deal great harm. I am doing nothing other than slamming down on them.
Okay.
I'm going straight down onto them. I am not taking control of the situation. I am being reckless.
All right. Well, first off,
no, he's gonna ruin the feast.
That's right.
So yeah. So
Whoop.
all right. Here's what you're going to do. You are going to do that kind of that. You launch to them. You do the swipe through, and you kind of just land and skid towards the other side. But you run into this. You run into the prince, who happens to be dancing at the moment, and bowl over him and several other people, taking 1 point of harm in the meantime.
Okay, great. So it crashed down on them. All right. That would be my first harm I've taken this session. This
World.
This world, yeah, and it gets reset every world. So there we go. Harm. All right, that's it. I come in, crash down on the heartless, big broad swipe and bowl over into people.
Yep. So, yeah, I'd say you pretty much like you take care of the group that was right above the fountain, but it looks like that's not going to be the end of it right now. Basically, you see some of the torches start floating, the flames and the torches start flowing in, and a fiery version of those watery heartless starts floating into the room, just grinning and being maniacal. Laura,
Being weird.
You just see your missing child slide into the room, dispatching the heartless out of the fountain. What do you do? This is a crowded party that heartless are, and you see more heartless descending from the ceiling, from the sconces and flames.
Yes. Well, let's see. Considering it's flames, so they're coming out of the water, aren't they?
He dispatched the ones that came out of the fountain. It looks like the rest of them are flame cores.
Okay. Fire is weak to water, so we're gonna do another wave.
All right.
Let me find my dice.
Did I? Never mind.
What?
Never mind.
Okay. I'm curious now.
Should I plan to roll?
What?
No, I realized I had already had.
Yeah, roll to cast magic. Plus mastery.
8. My mastery is 2, right?
Yep, I believe so.
10.
Okay, you get to pick 3 from the cast a spell list.
Okay. Fun, fun, fun.
Alright, so you get to pick 3 of those.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Magic hits more than one entity. Let's see. Hits more than one entity, bypasses defenses, and has no unintended consequences.
Okay. Okay, so this is just going to knock them back, because this is not because you didn't choose to cause harm.
You know what? Instead of defenses do cause harm.
Yep, okay. That's good. So yeah, you're just kind of... So what I would say you do is because, there is a body of water right now, so you're just figuring, like, well, I have the materials.
I have
so
the
you kind of
technology.
just... What you do is you kind of throw the... Because I know the water spell is kind of like a water bomb.
Yeah.
So you throw it into the pool of water to splash even more force outward at them, and they all kind of a bit as they all writhe in agony from the antithesis to their nature. Zeistin.
Mm-hmm.
You're now soaked, but not really worse for wear.
Yeah, I just imagine I kind of just like wipe the hair out of my eyes. Well, at least it's good to see our monkeys.
What? What child?
Obviously, you need to give her more pets.
She's a very vocal creature.
I think she wants out.
I don't know.
What do you
She
want?
hasn't been scratching at the door.
Oh shit!
What'd she drop?
Your music box.
Is it broken?
I don't know. I haven't. It fell under the bed. Okay, hun, you get the kitten out of here. Okay, she's being a terror and a distraction.
Come here, kitty.
Aww.
Never work with children or
I'll
animals,
just move
folks.
her over here.
Hun, she was over there a moment
Don't
ago.
yell.
It's like that's not gonna help.
Well,
Anyway, I'm wet.
Yep.
How are you going to respond to being wet?
Yeah. People are starting to panic now.
People are starting to panic now.
Yes, good. I mean, not good.
So yeah. What do you do?
Let's see here. I am going to. There's no more. Oh, there's heartless still around.
Yep. The flame heartless got wounded by the blast, but they didn't get taken out.
no,
Outright.
it only
Okay.
causes one harm.
So then I will cause the rest of the harm and shoot my chain forward and like go through one heartless to another
All right. Well,
in a kind of assassin-like precision.
all right. Well, you could probably take out a good chunk of them, but unlike the water ones, which are all kind of in one clump, these ones are kind of spread across the upper levels of the area.
Okay.
So, I believe you're trying to strike with intent.
Yes. All the intent. That is an 8.
All right. Choose one.
Alright, let's see. I think I'm going to cause great harm.
Okay. All right. Yes, you kind of you send out your metallic chains, skewering through them, through these flame cores. However, you forgot about one important problem with metal. It's a good conductor.
Hot.
Yes, it gets hot. So that's where you're taking your 1 harm from.
Ow, 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 ow. Just shaking my head.
So yeah, that thinned out. You managed to take out about half of them, so the other half are still remaining. Genox. People are really starting to panic and run crazy around here. A lot of the Heartless seem to have been defeated for the time being, but there's still a couple left. Plus, it looks like they have started to corner a group of the partygoers. What do you do?
Obviously, it's time for some sun. I mean, we're in Arabia. I know it's pretty common, but the sun is going to be needed.
Here comes the sun.
Here comes
Oh,
the sun. Oh God, it burns!
I'm glad
The
everybody
sun,
got
and
their
everyone's
outfits. I
screaming
believe
and
that
running,
strike-
and I say, it's all right. His eyes are being
Everybody.
boiled out, and lasers, and
All right. Well, I think that strike with, or
Yeah.
I guess in this case, I am trying to protect my party. Would I be able, to get them out of the way? I will still try to protect them. So wouldn't that be strike to subdue at light instead?
Nope. The difference between
No, I'm
strike with
still striking
intent.
with intent.
No, the difference between strike
Is
with
plus
intent or strike to subdue is if you're trying to harm your target or not.
Well, obviously, yeah, I'm gonna totally break these heartless.
Yeah, so you're definitely trying to
Which
to
is
strike
dark.
to intent.
Right.
Yeah, roll plus dark.
Which has a +0, so that's a +0.
So just type roll. All right. You get
Okay,
to choose
that's
one.
7.
So which do you choose?
What are the options again?
Defend yourself from harm, deal great harm, take control of the situation.
I think I'm gonna take control of the situation in this situation.
I think that's
Okay.
yeah. So yeah, so describe how you are what your sun beams are doing.
I conjure up my yo-yo and then and thus it spins in a circle and a little beam of light pops out and just basically lasers the heartless away.
All right, yeah. So what you do is you do a sweeping laser across the ground in front of between the heartless and the corner thing, and just this wall of light erupts from the ground, kind of bashing them back and kind of dispersing them. Fortunately for you, this causes some debris to kind of be launched from the explosion and kind of clunks you in the head a little bit. You kind of bruise your head and take 1 harm.
Owie.
But the Heartless are all cleared up here, so so let's actually go back to Laura for this one.
Yes.
The Heartless are gone, but people are panicking and screaming and all that fun stuff. What do you do?
I think trying to basically just gather people just nearby, kind of into the castle.
You're in the palace right now. This is a room
We're in the palace.
Yeah, this is a chamber in the palace that they're celebrating here with.
Basically, kind of gather them into a safe area.
Okay. So what I'm going to have you then is a move that we actually haven't had to do before. All right, convince somebody. When you tell someone what you want from them or trying to get them to do it, roll with heart.
Okay.
What? We're doing a new move?
So roll -1.
Ain't gonna be good.
I think this fits with Laura's character, though. So, question.
Ironically, it's not the nobody who doesn't have the heart.
So, do you want to spend
I
a
actually
link
have the
to
highest
roll
heart
one of
rank
those
in the
dice, or are you going to accept your lumps?
I'm gonna accept my lumps because I'm running out of links.
Yep. Oh, who rolled the... You rolled the 10, right?
Yeah, it was me.
On using magic, right?
Yeah, that was me.
You refresh your Archimedes link, actually, by doing that. because you rolled a 10 plus on a mastery roll.
Okay.
So
Yay.
I'm trying to get better about catching these things. So refreshing.
Yeah.
So yeah, Archimedes. You can spend your link with Archimedes again. So.
I will do that then.
All right, so I will spend it again. I really should have just not pressed something. And you can re-roll that 2. Just roll the 2. No,
just the 2.
Yeah, because the
This
3
is the
you,
blue,
you,
right?
Yeah, you keep the 3 and you just roll it. You just roll the 2.
Ah!
And the future refused to change. So yeah, you are shouting at them like you're a knight of Camelot. You know how to handle people. You know how to handle these situations. So you are start barking orders, and trying to direct people into a safer room, and not a soul listens to your commands until Jafar steps next to you and says, "People of the kingdom, listen to what the sorceress has to say. She has your best interests at heart." And he slams his staff on the ground, and there's just kind of a wave of silence as everyone kind of looks to you. And they start listening to what you have to say.
But they do it because Jafar told them to.
Yep.
Uh...
I love it when I love Power by the Apocalypse games and these things where you give them exactly what they want, but they hate it.
My character at this point is going to like give Laura a gentle nudge.
So I think
So-
it's just going throughout the crowds and trying to steal things.
You get 3 sickles and a dung bomb.
Huzzah!
Don't ask where the dung bomb came from. But, so, with that, I'm going to actually I'm going to give you a link. You're not mind-whammied unlike Janox was, but
Good.
because of kind of just inadequateness, you feel like in the people in here, like, you are being sharply forced into realizing, like, sometimes, maybe, like, your own weak points.
No.
You get a mastery link from with Jafar right
What?
now.
I'm gonna get rid of that link as fast as I can.
Not burden that link. I don't want a friend for the evil boy.
Like I said, it's something you can learn from. You definitely don't like the guy, but unfortunately, you realize you have something you can learn from him.
This is a good day.
This is a bad day. This is a horrible day. This is the worst
hey,
day.
mind whammy like me. Take what you got.
I wasn't mind waving at least. This is the worst day.
There's a pencil. Just to mark your because you also get experience.
I hate you.
What?
I hate you.
What?
I hate you.
What?
I want a divorce.
R&D
We're
happens.
not
Laura.
married yet.
I want a pre-divorce.
Okay. But yeah, so you gotta get the people out. Jafar, once he gets out, it is down to just you and Jafar in this room.
Yes.
Well, just your group, and so that's Sahoy, Laura, Janox, and Zeistund, and
Our
Jafar.
whole guild, basically. And
What?
Jafar. Our whole guild and Jafar.
Yep.
I know we're not a guild.
No.
Oh, we are totally a guild.
No.
You know, I should
You're
have
the
rolled
most
it
guild.
using this. I would roll better, seeing as I'm rolling it on a goddamn bed. You should have brought your dice with you.
I'm sorry, I wasn't planning on actually needing physical dice for this.
I know, but then I would have had something to roll on.
Sorry.
I don't know. I'll have to buy my own at some point.
All right. Anyways, that's off. That's a tangent here. So, Jafar kind of turns to you, smiling. It's a smile that you don't really trust. You have good instincts in your head, Dame Laura. You are definitely one who can keep their cool in a tumultuous situation. But as you may see, rewind that. This is what the Sultan was going to ask for your help for.
Yes. It seems you have a little heartless problem.
Is that the
Little
name of
being
these creatures?
Yes. You haven't seen them before?
They have only recently begun showing up in this kingdom. We thought they were emissaries for one of our many enemies. Sent here to sabotage us and weaken us from within. He just kind of looks around at the thing. Other than like everything getting damp and maybe like a singe or two here, and there's that corner that's kind of now carved out. The damage in the room is relatively minor.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I collided with Ali and any more people there.
Oh yeah, I kind of forgot about that.
Yeah. So I have caused a little mayhem.
Yes, but like,
it seems like they sort of went off in their own direction while I bowled over what's his butt, Ali.
Do you want to be saying you're wherever Ali is instead of in the room? Because I'm perfectly fine with that.
I mean, I suppose I am.
Okay.
we accidentally didn't work that part into this and went on to the other part in this, so it seems like it'd make more sense that I'm sort of either not in the room or in another part of the room or something.
Yeah, you ended up where the rest of the group kind of got ushered out to be safety until they were certain that everything had been secured. Yes. Yeah, so he kind of... Yeah, so yes, everyone, your group, you said as Jafar pauses to survey the room, you notice Sahoy is missing again.
Sahoy showed up, beat up a ton of Heartless, and he's gone.
Like, I just picture him...
Get a leash for him.
I just pictured there was a shot of him with the crowd kind of doing, and Sahoy kind of, like, you just see him you just see his arms holding up the Keyblade as the crowd just kind of pulls him out into the safer room, out of the room, so...
He needs a leash. A very short one.
Yes.
Can I roll to get a leash?
You cannot roll to get a leash.
No.
You'd have to go to a market for that. This is the palace. There is no...
We go to the bazaar later!
Look, it's not helpful. How would you put the leash on? All right, so you put the leash on, you get something, you lock it around my neck.
Oh, shit.
Keyblade instantly unlocked.
Okay.
I'm just imagining you with like one of those child leashes.
It didn't die, it just shut off.
Okay.
It overheated.
Okay. So just so you know, we're gonna actually quick cut over to what Sahoy's doing because Leah's phone just reset on her and so she can't hear what's going on right now. So.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
So momentary.
Yeah, we're just pausing at the like everyone just realizes Sahoy is missing, so we cut over to what Sahoy is doing right now.
Okay, so I was busy bowling over some people. Where am I now? Now that I've finished bowling over people and being swept up with movement.
You find yourself out in the middle of a courtyard. There's a bunch of people.
I stand myself up and like pat off my clothes with a thing. Keyblade is probably already gone again.
Yep. So you kind of look around. There's kind of groups of people milling together, kind of just like talking in hushed tones about like wait, what's going on? Why are these things here? What sort of sorcery has brought them out here? In addition to this, though, you notice that Prince Ali from before. You saw him again for a brief moment when you bowled through him, but you see him and his what it looks to be his servant, the guy who was singing with a giant hat earlier in the procession. He does not have the hat on right now, though. That seems to have gone away. It explodes in the procession into a bunch of birds. So,
Right, but we have totally missed that because we were kind of paying attention to something else.
Yeah. But yeah, you see those two's kind of sneaking off. What do you do?
I'm back.
Welcome back. Is there anybody else going on?
Yeah, you can see because the biggest thing is like you don't really have a lot of context of what's going on.
Yeah. I actually also almost forgot. This is a story game and not a what's it called? And not a normal game. So I'm going to follow them because it's basically the only important thing happening.
Yeah. Yeah, and also you can't go right back in because a pair of guards stood in the guard just in case any creature comes out of that room right now.
Right.
So.
But there are like a bunch of other people, so maybe I could say hi to all the other people. But instead, I will follow this guy who was dancing and I ran into.
All right, so? I guess here's a question for you: are you following overtly, or are you trying to stealth tail them again?
Actually, I'm going to follow overtly this time because I have no reason to be suspicious of him.
Yep. All right. That's fine. You basically, just as you kind of you can hear like kind of a as he runs the corner, you kind of hear him going thud, and it's like, Gee, this is not something I expected in the Prince life. And then you run the corner and you just see him kind of take off his. Does he wear a turban or is it just like a hat in the movie? He took off his headgear. Whatever kind of headgear it is, it's headgear.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just kind of leaning against the wall, looking at the servant who he referred to as Genie. And the Genie just kind of like looks at you and looks at him and says, he just kind of does the yeah, and obviously it looks like Will Smith because just for visual reference for the people who haven't seen the movie. But yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he kind of puts the hands on and is like, he just looks very confused, like he continues to have his expectations shattered today.
Huh?
Ali looks just like he's just like still not what I expected to see here.
Well, I mean, what does he not expect to see here, other than someone who followed him?
All right, I sorry. Looking at your character, I forget that. How is your character dressed at this point?
Yeah. My character's now dressed in different things, which is probably like a loose-fitting shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My brain was just looking at the art, and I was thinking, okay, that's what you look like. But
No. This is I maybe I could get another art. Anyway, but no.
Yeah,
now my character has civilized clothes.
All right, we'll revert the shock, and it's more of a hey, hi.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're that guy who bowled into me at the party, right?
Yes. Sorry.
That's okay. Hi, I'm Prince Ali.
Hi.
And
Hand out.
Oh.
Boom. I'm Sohoy.
Yeah, I'm Prince Ali. Yes, of Ababwa.
My hand is still out.
He shakes it. Sorry, I forget you can't see
right.
me gesture. That was stupid on my part.
Okay. So you gestured to say it. Okay.
Well, sorry, I forgot. We're strictly on audio. That's great.
I know
That's
the
great
feel.
casting here.
Hey, does this mean we need to start, in the future, actually turning on video for this if people are coming?
That's what I wanted was video.
We can work on something in the future for that. Maybe this game. Maybe if we get like a point where we take an intermission or something. Because looking at this thing, game is going to go so much longer than Masks did. But I'm okay with that.
He likes this game.
Like, really, seriously, like I am 100% saying. I think once we hit Agrabah here is when we started hitting our stride.
Okay.
So everything else was kind of set up.
I shake his hand. I'm like, yes, I had to beat up Heartless.
Wait, Heart? Is that what those things are?
Yeah, dark, black, inky, terrible things that are... I forget. But they're bad, and I beat them up.
Wait. Have you ever seen anything like this? The genie just kind of just shrugs.
Not in this rendition.
So, yeah. Okay, wow. I mean, you took them down then, I guess, right? That's, I think.
Yeah.
All right.
We're more in the cells underneath the city, though, or in the dungeon.
Whoa! They keep more of these in the dungeon? They're keeping them?
Shrug. Maybe?
Oh.
Prisoners turned into them.
Okay. Like, that moment, you just seem to... His eyes kind of widen for a moment, like... Oh no, that... Like that hit a personal thread to him. Wait, these things were people?
I guess the character looks like he's struggling. So he looks like he's struggling with things. He's like, he like frowns and like focuses, like he's trying to think, is that true? But he can't remember. Maybe this would be a lot more useful if anyone else were here, because they know the answers to this question.
Yes. But that's okay. That's okay.
That's why storytelling happens.
Anyway. Yes. Sohoy doesn't remember that.
Why does
Oh, baby.
No, this is in character. I was trying to say a line from.
Okay.
Yes.
I did not think being a prince was going to be.
And we haven't discussed what the Keyblade is or what it means to my character, so my character can't be like, yes, here's the thing. No, he doesn't know yet.
So Ali just...
a lot of it.
Ali just kind of grabs him, kind of places a hand on his forehead, and just kind of slumps further against the wall and just says, I don't know why. I didn't expect being a prince to be this hard. And at that point, Genie just face palms at what he just said. And Ali just like, which, I mean, I was born into it, but I never thought I'd be dealing with like anything like this, right? Right?
My character just like tilts his head like, I don't get it. Completely oblivious. He's maintaining the masquerade around someone that doesn't even realize something weird is happening.
I mean, you two are both a little out of your element in this area, so it makes sense.
So, all right.
I actually, now that I think about it, this would kick in. One of my abilities would kick in a way that I'm pretty sure you didn't expect it to kick in.
Actually, no, I was totally expecting it. I was kind of just trying to get a lead for you to trigger it there, so.
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. If somebody lies to me, then I can ask the GM the character's true intentions, because my character can see through that stuff.
So, yes. Yeah. So, his intentions for you is like he is actually just really not supposed to be here in this regard, and he's specifically trying to impress someone he has feelings for. I think is the best way I can describe it in terms that makes sense for the context.
I've seen the basic movie, so I know what his actual motivations are. But now this basically means my character is allowed to act on it. I'm like, so you're not supposed to be here, are you? I'm not from here. Wait. I don't care.
Wait, he just kind of like shrugs he looks at Genie, who just shrugs. Honestly, the big reason I'm not having Genie talk so much of this is, number one, to avoid talking to myself, and number two, I'm terrified of attempting anything that approximates Will Smith's voice.
Got it. Okay.
Like, if this was the animated, I'd be willing to try Robin Williams, but not Will Smith.
Weird. Okay. I would think that Robin Williams would be the tougher act to follow. But anyway. So I'm like, yeah. So I don't know what's going on, but I don't know. Tilt head. Are you all right?
To be frank, no. Cut back to Jafar and the rest of the group. This.
Oh wait, did I see Sohoy? I look around. Darn, I was going to introduce her to our new friend.
I'm sure he'll show up eventually.
Well, yeah, the three of you definitely saw Sohoy. I don't think anyone else. I don't think Jafar realized the person who just randomly appeared struck down some of these creatures and then disappeared into the crowd, like some sort of locksmith Batman.
Rat. I was gonna say street rat to keep the references, but
well, it's always dressed up a little nicer than that. Like if he was still in like
he's dressed. He is dressed nicer than a street rat. Although I would actually say it's what he's wearing might not be super out of place here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to be honest, that's why I was like making the reference there.
Yeah. So
a breathy linen shirt would probably fit in pretty well, even if it had fancy patterns and was colorful.
Yeah, and like people in Kingdom Hearts worlds don't question things enough as really they should.
They don't question anything.
That's true.
Ever.
That's true. I figure if they know other worlds exist, they might be able to pick it out. But otherwise,
why is there a giant 3-foot duck?
Why is the duck talking?
Is this a dog person? But there's a dog. How is this a dog?
Hey, all right. Classic Disney references aside here. As you can see, these creatures are why I need that lamp. It is pivotal. It is a relic of power that is pivotal to our kingdom's defenses.
So you're looking for this lamp so you can...
Oh, sorry.
Get rid of
I was trying to look at it in an email from work.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry, could you repeat yourself so us in there?
I was saying, so you're looking for the lamp to get rid of heartless.
More than just these creatures. It is a thing of power that can protect our kingdom from those who would seek to destroy it.
See, him wanting to protect his kingdom. I look at Laura very excitedly.
Tyson's just kind of thinking to himself, I wonder what else it could... Getting the very Pirates of the Caribbean vibes, dude. What? Item of power? Interesting.
But as you can...
Alright, well...
Sorry, Jafar kind of looks over you. So, I hope with the full knowledge of the stakes at hand, I hope you understand the reason for attempting a mutual arrangement here.
Yes,
Yes.
I think that could be arranged. Dyson says wholeheartedly.
All right. I knew it where it once laid, but the trail has long gone cold from there. It was once kept in a cave of sorts, but has long collapsed. Excuse me, in and on itself. He did not actually burp in character.
I didn't even realize you did.
Oh. Well, yeah. So.
Well, you got any leads on where maybe the slamp is off to?
Perhaps it might be best to survey the palace. If it is by our foes to our kingdom, a independent element might avoid their suspicion.
Probably a good idea. We'll keep our eye out for the slam, and we'll contact you if we find it.
Yes, if at all possible, I will. Both on behalf of the Sultan, we would gladly overlook any minor assault in attempt to retrieving it, of course.
Of course.
Having it in our hands is much more valuable than having the knowledge of it in our hands. And of course, once the lamp, I can perhaps turn its gifts towards finding that relic that you seek, Dame Laura.
Yes.
It'd be the least I could do. Now, if you excuse me, I must confer with the Sultan. This incident will require a delicate diplomatic hand. He kind of just gives Laura a bow before leaving out the room and leaving you three alone for the moment. Do you want to do anything, or should I jump back over to Sahoy? Do you have any discussions now that you're alone for the moment, or?
No, I don't think so. I don't have anything in my head at the moment.
Everything Dyson's thinking is going to be in his head, so. Hashtag not going to betray the party.
Thinking in hashtags, the true sign of a nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Well, obviously, you have to be or you have to be like Chip and Dale, somebody who they get the gummy po to.
Look, I'm both a nobody and a pirate, so I'm the worst of both worlds.
No, that.
Yeah. All right. So yeah. So Sahoy, you've been given kind of the cliff notes because, at this point you see you kind of blew his cover and so he just figures you know what,
Right.
You seem trustworthy in some level of this, so it's and
He's about to explode from the I don't know what's going on. I need to say something.
yeah.
Perhaps.
So yeah, you kind of got a griff thing he's a genie. He grants. He's going to give Aladdin an additional one more wish, and then he is going to use He has two more wishes with him, but he's planning on letting him free with the most wish. So, but he's just trying. But right now he's trying to woo the princess, and that's why the whole charade is because a princess must marry a prince, kind of thing. So that's what happened off screen.
Right. I get explained the thing.
You get exposition.
All right.
I've been exposited. It's true.
All right, but if what you say is true, we have to talk to the Sultan. But
From the Heartless in the dungeon?
yes, but Genie, how do we get him? We have to talk to Jasmine. Jasmine's the only one we can talk to here about this. That the Sultan will believe without having to know why she knows it. You see Jafar walking by, and he's just like, and Genie just says, and then there's that guy.
Who's that guy?
Well,
He's that guy.
Yeah, he's the one who had me try to get Genie, and he's probably the one who basically left me to die down there.
Oh, he also went over the whole I went into the dungeon thing, and
Well,
I don't actually remember how he figured out what the dungeon, how the Cave of Wonders, how he found his way there. I remember that 0%.
Yeah, no, he just he wasn't explaining how he got there. He's just explaining he originally wanted he just quick explains he was the one who originally wanted the Genie, and now and he had originally intended for him to die in the cave die in the place where he found the Genie. He doesn't. He specifically avoids mentioning the lamp.
All right. I'm like, okay. And so, how much does he explain about Genie then?
Basically, he just explains that he has two wishes from Genie, and he's intending to use the last one to set him free.
He has already decided this, and does Genie know about this? Or
they know about this is something they come to. This actually in the movie happens just after they leave the Cave of Wonders.
Oh, okay.
Ironically, I think that's the scene exactly where I got to before my flight ended. Thus,
okay. All right, so I'm like, okay, so bad guy, right? Also, maybe in charge of the dungeons where heartless are being made, right?
You do,
but the guard was going straight for this guy, I think.
Oh, of course.
Tell him about the dark stuff, and like, oh no, there's more. Let's go to him. So maybe he doesn't really know what's going on either.
Or he knows more than anyone else goes on, and he's trying to use it for his own advantage.
Another shrug.
So do you guys leave after shortly behind Jafar? The rest of you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the other people that were helping in that fight. Looks like
yeah, those are my friends.
Wait. Why are your friends working with Jafar?
I don't know.
also, about how in tune, you're saying Jafar's walking out at this point.
There's a gap.
I'm assuming
a good
the
distance
answer
away.
is that we are there's the courtyard, and we went off to a part of the garden in the side, and now across on the other side of the courtyard, we can see Jafar walking.
Yeah, you see Jafar working, and shortly behind it, is more from what he saw. Ali saw little bits of you guys talking at the party.
Yeah, Jafar had our back before, so it's like, okay. I guess
Right.
Yeah. Oh boy. Try to get I'll try to get Jasmine. You try to get your friends and try to get them away from that guy.
Okay. What?
So did you just Did you just kind of climb up on top of one of the trellises and start running across the top of it?
No, I probably run on the regular thing. If there's something in the way, I will probably just jump over it though, or vault over it.
Okay.
I won't go entirely to the I will ninja run on all the walls, but I do sort of jump over pieces of things that are in the way.
He had a high jump equipped.
Okay. Yeah, so you arrive without any issue. The kind of the music hasn't resumed, but everyone's just kind of murmuring and such. So the party is technically continuing, but its spirit is broken and it is limping on towards its inevitable end.
What is?
The party.
The party.
Oh, okay.
I was
okay,
being
okay.
overly flavorful in metaphor.
The party here
Got it,
in
got it.
Agrabah.
Right. I find the people. Hi, hey,
Ah, there you are.
running and waving. Hey.
So I assume at this point you've like stepped away from Aladdin, right?
Yes. He has gone on a different direction, and you probably don't even see him.
Excellent. All right. So yeah, I will walk up and be like, "Oh, Soyhoy, it's good to see you, friend.
Hi, hey.
Sorry we lost track of you in the market. Things got a little crazy."
It's all right. I got into the dungeon. There are heartless there.
Wait.
Hmm.
Oh, blatantly out and
So
like,
Hoy is
you are
such a
too-
pure
yes.
being.
You're just all like
Yes,
blabbing
he is.
everything.
I mean, I'm not yelling it or anything, but
No,
no,
no.
nobody.
Heartless in the dungeon. I thought you should know.
Oh, that's good information to know, though. I think in the future you should probably keep that on the down low.
Why? Oh, I was talking to a guy, and we were in the dungeon, and people in the dungeon turned into heartless.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm guessing
that's
they.
Familiar?
Like, is that? Well, I mean, that's the heartless thing. People turn into him.
Sort
King
of. When
turned into
their
one, right?
hearts give into darkness, then they either
Like-
draw heartless that attack them, or they turn into a heart.
Oh, so that
it's
was the
quite
thing with
likely
the
that
king
people
in the
down
other
there were-
in the other place, and
Yes.
Well, in this case, I assume that whoever was down in the dungeon was probably a pretty deplorable bunch of people in the first place.
or they were really unhappy for being in the dungeon.
Well, that's not me. If you did something bad and get thrown in a dungeon, you're probably still going to be sulky about it.
Either that or your government's
Hoy
corrupted.
is thinking and has sort of tilted his head and folded his arms. Yeah, okay, that sounds maybe true. Okay.
I mean, that's one way of looking at it.
Look, so Hoy, in your escapades, have you seen anything about a lamp?
Nope.
No lamps? Darn
Nope.
it.
Nope.
You know what
nope,
a lamp is, right? I'm making sure.
nope. I describe like a lantern. like a stand-up lantern. So Hoy describes that.
Yeah, that's right. We never. I mean, I guess I gave him the basics of language, all the little nuances. We're gonna have to teach him better.
Yeah.
All right.
It's more gonna be like an oil lamp, and he's going to make like
A
a
what?
kind of hand gesture that's kind of gonna look erotic.
What?
Erotic?
Well, hold on. Like, is there another? Like, I'm curious if like there's an oil lamp nearby.
Well, I'm just thinking if you do the like kind of shape of a lamp, it's like kind of.
Yeah, or it's
A
like okay, you have
little
the
bit.
big part and then the little part.
Yeah, you got
and the
the
end, and you're
shaft
grasping
here,
it, and
and-
it's like, oh no, no.
It can be a bit phallic. Which makes you wonder why Jafar wanted it so bad.
Wait, what's his name wants it?
Jafar.
Jafar's the guy. Jafar's the guy in the red and black, right?
No, sorry, I'm saying that at a meta level. I'm sorry if that confused you.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
so-
I mean, eventually
lamp that I'm
you
making
mentioned
a-
Jafar because that my character needs to talk about it. But
Yeah, I was about to bring him up anyway in character.
okay.
But, like,
Well then do
I'm
that.
like, look, our buddy Jafar over there. I like point out to where Jafar is probably slowly sauntering off with his own
The
evil.
guy in the red and the black.
Yeah, that guy.
That guy's a bad guy.
What?
Laura just probably mentally shouts,
Again with the
"Vindicated!"
prejudgment.
Yup.
Hey,
God damn it.
someone told me that that he has been done bad things, and that he isn't a good guy.
Look, he was with us in the throne room. He was helping us calm down the crowd. He's a solid boy. Whoever this person who told you probably just isn't a fan.
I mean,
Roll some
he
sort
did-
of check to see if I can break out of my mind control.
Like,
Wink, wink.
I think since this is a story game, we are going to have to actually wait for something story important to happen for
Yeah.
you to do that.
Well, yeah,
Zyson is going
obviously.
to drag Soho off and say, "Just give me a moment, the boy, and we'll have some guy talk."
Yes, my character is very much like you're pushing him along, and he's like, okay, kind of like allowing him to be ushered along, but bewildered.
Help him understand that. Well, Laura, we should probably start searching around for that lamp.
Yeah, we probably should.
alright, so
So,
Zyson and Sohoy are off by themselves,
You didn't
correct?
caught up to
Yeah.
speed, Zeiss.
yeah. And Zyson's going to, in a low tone, go, "Say, I've happened to believe you on this whole Jafar thing. And I would like to help you, but I kind of need to know a bit more about this lamp. Do you think you can help distract the others while I go search around for it?"
Why?
Well, they might not happen to understand that it's for the greater good.
So, Sohoy, I believe this is a trigger for your move.
It kind
Oh,
of
yeah.
is. I get to ask the GM who's trying to manipulate me.
So what is your actual intention, Zyson?
Zyson wants the lamp for himself.
Right.
You greedy mofo.
I'm like, okay. So I correctly figure it out, even though my character is gormless. He correctly figures out what you're trying to say, and I'm just like, hey, like, I don't know. If you think he's a bad dude, then like, why do you want it?
Well, just happens that another bad dude might be messing with me. And I would like that to stop.
Ooh.
Which, that one's actually true, maybe.
Right. Arguably true. Right. Got it.
And you don't have to define which person it is.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I'm just like, I mean, I don't know anything about a lamp. I haven't heard anything about a lamp. Nothing's going on. So,
Well,
Yeah.
what about this friend of yours who happened to say that Jafar was evil? Does he know anything about it?
I mean, I don't know. Actually, this feels too obvious for Sohoy not to put it together. Not to put
voice
two and two
granting
together.
genie, magical item
Yeah,
that
well,
people want.
yeah. I'm like, yeah, this feels too obvious for Sohoy not to put it together.
Suddenly, pieces click.
I'm just like, I don't know. Maybe he has something to do with it. Jafar asked her to do something for him, and then left him to die.
Hmm.
So that's why Jafar's a bad guy. Unless, I don't think he
Oh.
was lying.
Perhaps we should go meet your friend here.
Hmm,
What are you plotting?
maybe. I don't really know where he is, though. I know what he was going to do, but
Oh, what was he gonna do?
he's going to talk to the princess.
The princess. Well then, I think we should go talk to her.
Okay.
It's decided then,
Maybe.
he says, slapping Soiho's back and walking back to her.
Okay. I follow along like, okay.
Good puppy.
Alright, everyone. Soiho is on board with us now.
So,
Okay, before
Only
we
one
continue
line.
here, does does Zeistend and Sohoy want to change any links? Feel like any of their links they have between each other?
Which one does he have right now?
You
Him,
both have
I
heart
have-
links with each other.
Right. Maybe not yet.
I'd almost be tempted to say that you would shift yours at least to him.
Yeah,
I was thinking of switching mine to mastery. Like,
Mhm.
Yep.
this
Yeah.
sounds a bit like a. He's kind of like a somewhat of a pawn.
Yeah. So roll plus your mastery then.
All right.
Is
Right.
mastery
Yeah,
your...
I guess if you're thinking of me as a pawn, then yes, you think of it as mastery instead of seeing me in you anymore.
Yeah. So,
You and me, yeah.
question for you before you roll: is mastery your highest or your lowest stat?
My lowest.
All right. Mark experience.
All right.
Because you just anytime you try to make a link with your lowest stat, you gain XP.
All right. I'm now at 3. Huzzah!
So it might actually level at some point.
Woo!
I know we're slowly gaining experience.
I mean, I have 3.
I got a 3.
Oh, do you want to spend a link on this, or do you want to just accept what you get? You just accept what you get.
Sure. Well, let me see here.
Because you have a locked link with Laura if you want.
Mm-hmm. I'm just seeing what are my chances of actually scoring here.
Because you would replace the 1. So
Yeah, of course I replace the 1. But I'm just thinking of the odds here.
true.
I think I would need a 6 or higher, or a 5.
To get a 7 or higher, you would need... Okay, so you right now have a...
I mean, I mean, in a way, it kind of makes
5 or 6 is...
sense for your character to fail this. Is like you're like, I'm gonna see him as an easy pawn, but it didn't exactly go quite that way. So
Yeah.
it might make some sense that like it doesn't work out exactly. But you can
know
reroll
what,
if you like.
I'll use up the Soihori link just because it
Spend the
makes.
Soho link. Okay.
So, okay, you're going to spend the Sohoy link, so instead of changing it and maybe getting a locked link, you're going to maybe just get a new mastery link with them.
Yeah.
That's how I'm going to...
All right.
Where's my phone? Oh, there it is. So yeah, go ahead and roll me one more d6.
All right. Yep.
All right, I'm going to
Right.
go ahead
On a
and...
miss, your link move doesn't trigger. The GM gives you a link, but gets to do other stuff.
Mhm.
So
The penalty for this happening is also worse, since he can basically do whatever he wants right now.
Yep.
all right, so what happens? So yeah, you're definitely gonna. I'm gonna change it. You're getting a light link with Sahoy.
Okay.
Like you're
Really?
trying to manipulate the guy, but you kind of feel like he's like a puppy. You can't stay mad at a puppy.
He is a
Yeah.
puppy.
Right.
He's a
I see
good
through it,
boy.
and you'd normally be frustrated, but instead it's just amusing.
And,
It's
It's
the-
so simple.
and
It's
also,
the Long John Silver Jim.
yeah, that's
Done
that's totally that.
Yeah.
That's actually good. Yeah.
That's actually perfect for that. But for what other thing I want to do here? Let me look at my moves list here. Okay, yeah, no, I know exactly what the other move I'm going to say here. Just because of this. So, Hoy, you look up, you see... Is that 2 people flying off on a carpet? That can't be relevant or anything. Nah.
No. That's a little. Oh, that's cool.
Normal.
Yeah, I mean, again, this is Sohoy has no frame of reference for most of his stuff.
Yeah. Well, yes, like I said, this is
He
me
has,
making.
he has the ultimate weirdness invalidator in that nothing is weird.
Yeah, so basically
Nothing
that's
is
the move
awesome.
I'm going to put on Zeiston here is you can try to find them, but they're off singing about a whole new world.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, isn't that what we're supposed to be doing? Finding a whole new world, going from world to world?
My idea was that while, like, literally, I tried to imply that was that Dustin was catching Sohoy up on the whole thing while me and Laura were looking.
Mhm.
So
All right, so why don't we jump over to what you guys are doing while they're kind of plotting behind your backs here for it. So, like, do you
we're probably not wandering too far. We're probably just, like, I'm probably just analyzing the area nearby.
All right, well, if you're analyzing, I think this is the time you're triggering the deep dive move.
Oh, that's right. That's a deep dive. Oh,
So go ahead and roll plus heart.
that's my strongest.
Well, you don't get any extra bonus, unlike with links. So, yep. So,
Oh my god, seriously. Oh, it just did add the +2. I think I put that in slightly wrong.
oh, and Zeiston marks a second XP for failing the roll.
Yes,
Hey, on the level.
So, let's see.
Yes, I got a 7 on that, and I don't know why I didn't add
yeah.
my other.
Because you keep putting the space in there. You have to do it like
My bad.
Yeah.
I'm still getting used to the commands on this.
All right. You get on a 7 to 9. Ask one of the following questions. What here could I use to blank? What here is not as it seems? What is the best way out of this situation? What is the biggest threat here? Or what was done here recently? You gain +1 forward to acting on the answers.
I assume the first or the last, like the first one was what again?
What could I use here to blank?
Blank.
To
I'm
blank.
not sure if
You
that's
could fill in the
relevant.
blank.
Like, part of this is trying to find the lamp. So I actually think maybe what happened here recently might help me find clues towards.
Well, like for example, on the first one, you could say, "What here could I use to find the lamp?"
What can I use here to find the lamp? I guess is my question here.
All right, yeah, you're kind of looking around and such. Okay, this is because this is going concurrently. I have to be careful about what things I let you access to. Oh, some reason a young woman catches your eye. You saw her with the princess earlier at the party, but she seems to be her handmaiden. She might know something about what's going on around here because servants gotta see a lot of stuff going around.
Excuse me, miss.
Yes.
You happen to work here, I assume. I've been looking around for and I don't know if you can help me maybe locate it.
Try asking one of the guards. I'm not I'm the princess's handmaiden, not the lost and found.
True, but it always seems a little high-mighty. I mean, I guess the guards, but if they did any better, we would have ended up in a better situation back there at that party that was going.
Charmed. And who are you?
Oh, I'm a Janox. I'm gonna hold out my hand to handshake her.
Handshake her.
You know what's about to happen, right?
You give her a handshake.
She just kind of looks at the hand, looks up to you, and again, charmed. That was, by the way, I actually had forgotten about you need touch to do this kind of stuff, but it was just a point where it's like.
Oh, I was going. Well, what are you guys doing at a better level? I thought you kind of got where I was going with that.
No, I didn't. But she was not going to touch you anyways, just because she's like, you are a weird person. You're probably drunk. That's the kind of look that she's giving you.
I understand. It's a little confusing with new people coming into the palace. Seems there've been a lot of them apparently.
Yes, that Ali and his wonderful jams.
Yes.
The jams. The damn jams.
Oh,
You know, as much as
You
I
know
find that
what?
scene
Damn
awkward,
jams.
as awkward as I
Damn
find
jams.
as awkward as I find that scene, I love it as a noodle incident because most of you guys
it's a
actually
big
have.
lipped alligator moment.
It is funny. It's just very awkward funny. But anyways. So where
yes,
are
so
you
that
from
was-
exactly, and like what business do you have here?
Oh, I've come in from out of town. My associate over there, I point over probably at Leah, who is probably like examining stuff, perhaps something else off in the area, was invited here. From your year or whatever. And we all came to the party.
Sorry, was invited here by what?
Our Grand Vizier.
Is that what you say? Do you say the vizier then?
Yeah, I am saying the vizier.
Okay, I just trying to keep a track of what is exactly being said here because that affects things. So
Mm-hmm.
But I also said she was invited, and we are from out of town.
Yes. Which I was invited. And we are
I'm
from
trying to
out of
keep
town.
myself semi-distant. That way I can be honest, but also distant.
it was, I like part of me wants to say you said that out loud.
No way. Why the frick would I?
I don't know. It's just one of those lovable awkward moments kind of thing. But no, I
Yay.
was not gonna make you say that out loud. It's just like the part of me wants you to say it out loud, but I'm not gonna make you do it.
No, I'm not evil monologuing over here. Come on.
No. It's just awkward nobody moments.
Awkward nobody mode.
So it's a thing.
They don't actually feel, so they fake it, and sometimes they're not that good at it.
Mhm.
Oh, you.
And the fact that my charming, smiling personality is to hide a little bit of loss of emotion in that way. Similar to probably how Demix is handling the whole thing.
Oh, yes.
I'm sure the vizier knows all there is to know about things, and is not ill-conceived or hyper-aggressive in the slightest.
Oh, that sounded really forced.
That was really forced.
Not to say you can't say that out loud because you're busy with Sohoy at the moment. I mean, the backstab.
No, Laura would point that out.
Yeah, Laura, you do hear it at that
Because
moment.
I'm the one who doesn't like him, so...
But
Yeah, you can totally wander onto this little conversation at this point.
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah, you wander in just as you basically you hear the last two sides of the conversation there. What Janox says, and then the handmaiden's response.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what you hear when you arrive. What you hear as you walk over.
Look, I'll admit, the guy is a little bit weird.
He's more than
But-
weird.
He seems to have the best in.
Oh, you're his invitee?
Apparently.
Is everyone's audio working okay? I heard some weird noises there.
So did I. Guys?
Everything's working for me.
No.
Okay,
Fine.
all right.
Fine for me.
Just wanted to make sure there was a check there. All right. So what'd you say again last time?
Apparently.
Oh yeah. So, what business brings you here in the palace? Such that your associates wish to question a handmaiden about
They're
finding
idiots.
things.
They're idiots. And think that because you're a woman, you can find it.
Hey, I'll have you know.
She cracks a
that was not because she's a
wiry
woman.
smile
Come
at
on.
you. Just like, Okay, I like you a little here. You are a refreshing person
Look,
to
that
deal
was
with.
not what I was going with, but come on. Maybe you'll have better luck. I'm gonna go ahead and search over there. I'm gonna like start walking off, but I'm actually not walking off. I'm gonna kind of keep my here to see if maybe Laura does a better job at the situation than I did.
What was your what should I refer to you as?
Laura.
Any titles I should be aware of that I'm overstepping?
You don't need to worry about any titles.
You are refreshing. I imagine the princess would enjoy your company, at least at some point, if not for the company you keep. She says that you have a feeling it's not as much talking about Janox as it is about Jafar.
And maybe, the various other suitors she has lined up for the most part.
Yeah.
Well,
Probably.
no. She was talking about the company Laura keeps. Was the
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
basically she says,
'Cause I haven't met all the various suitors.
yeah. And so the idea is that
Maybe I am a new suitor.
Laura stepping in on Elise there.
I don't think that would go over well, honestly.
I don't think it would either.
World border.
Well, not that, but like you're talking about a setting whose major plot point is that it's a very patriarchal system right now.
I know. I'm making a joke on.
Look, we're even pushing it with female knights here, so.
You know, you're allowed because you're a sorceress. That's the only reason that you're getting any new respect, because they have no choice but to respect.
Because I could kill them.
Yeah.
Mm.
You're a motherfucking sorceress.
Language.
Sorry, that's the way that quote goes.
Yes, I know. We have all played the game. I'm just like trying to keep the language here at PG-13.
You are so
Gosh
boring.
darn, Capt.
Apologies if my language has offended anyone.
That, and I was more quoting Avengers, so
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that too, but
yeah. Well, so what was that whole thing about? What have you lost something here, or are you just acting as unwitting pawns in some sort of vizierial scheme?
We're trying to find something for a friend of ours. Not Jafar. Says Stitch.
That is a strange koala.
yeah, it does look a lot like a koala. in the photo states.
He's a dog.
For those watching at home, I was giving her a look of just like shocked disbelief.
Well, obviously he is powerful.
Archimedes is just kind of on vacation right now. He cut
He's
to
napping.
cut to a bazaar. Where did everyone go? I went to find the boy, and now everyone's gone. Pig feathers and gully bluff. She is going to never hear the end of this when this is all done.
Someone's gonna pick up Archimedes and try to sell it at this point.
That's more of
we
a.
lost soy hoy in the market. We lost so hoy in the market.
Apparently, we also lost Archimedes.
I just
You're
want to
bad
keep your
parents.
pets to a limit for one per area at a time.
Really? That's no fun.
I have a hard enough time talking to two people, two NPCs talking to each other. I do not want to add like 3 pets on top of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give the guy some break.
Right.
I don't give him breaks. I make his life difficult. That's why I am
I don't give him
here.
breaks. I break him.
Yes.
Yikes.
Okay, cool it there, Bane. Alright, but yes, so.
I
Watch
see
your
who wears
back.
the mask here.
Yeah, I say watch your back around him. And if you get a chance to, I would say, I would say the princess would definitely like to meet you. And this is the point where you see a carpet fly overhead, and most people don't notice it, but Laura, Handmaiden, and Genox also notice this carpet flying overhead. It's like,
You mean that princess?
That a magic carpet? Stylish way to travel.
that's not normal. I'll admit that's not typical. But, ooh, that was Ali. That was Ali. That means, And she if you excuse me, there's someone I need to talk to about a walk.
That sounds like such a euphemism. Because it means he's alone.
I feel like this is a reference we're not getting.
Yeah, you
haven't seen it.
Yeah. And she excuses herself and walks off.
If you haven't seen it, there's a little romantic connection between the handmaiden and the genie.
Mm.
They are wonderfully adorable.
They are.
I see. Okay.
Very cute.
So yes, but now the group can reconvene. So
Ah,
all right.
There you guys are.
All right. So we're trying to find whether we give it to our friend or not. We're going to try and find it. Obviously, it's an important artifact in this world.
Yes, and our princess seems to be the best way of finding it right now.
Well, I think she's on a little bit of a walk. Or should I say flight?
Head tilt.
Head tilt.
Don't
Head
worry
tilt?
about it too much, Sohoy. Glad to see you're okay. So, what was it you said about Heartless in a dungeon?
The prisoners are turning into Heartless in the dungeon.
Maybe we should go check this place out. If indeed the princess is our best chance of finding the lamp, it sounds like we can put that on pause to figure out this a little bit more pressing
Sounds like she's
matter.
probably put finding the lamp on pause.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. We can put the lamp on pause with the princess being. Sohoy, would you lead us to where you saw this dungeon?
Sure. All right. Turn around. Time for a dungeon.
all right, yeah,
Moving-
unless you guys are you guys? So I guess how are you guys approaching this? Are you just going in like? Actually, no. Like with everything that Jafar said, you guys are getting kind of a free reign for the time being. So it
Yeah.
doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Exactly. We have
Cool.
enough of Jafar's influence, minus Sohoy, that for the most part we're
Jafar's
probably free to
stink
walk
on
around.
The guards are like, fine.
Official bizarre business. Official bizarre business.
Official bizarre business.
Why are you in my bathroom then?
Official bizarre business.
Official business.
That's
Oh,
great and
nice,
everything, but couldn't you wait for me to finish?
No.
I don't think you understand
Never.
the importance of business. No.
Non-canon
Anyway,
aside.
okay. Yes. Yes. So we go. I basically head them straight to where the dungeon entrance was that I remember, if I
Yep.
can remember.
You
I'm
can.
like, the dungeon's in here.
Yeah, it is the it's not like a hidden door or anything on this side. It's more like the trapdoor you came in was the hidden part. And probably most
Right,
of the
right.
time.
Yeah, no. Yeah. I assume I'm going in the real one.
Yep. So yeah, you descend into the depths. It is dimly lit by shafts of moonlight more through crackling masonry than through deliberate windows. There are various cage-like cells scattered across the dungeon here. It seems empty and eerily quiet for the time being.
There were
Wow.
heartless here. They had the funny hats and armored fists and stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna say at this point, Laura and Zahoy, you feel a chill, like a presence of something. I don't know. It's it's something you've never really felt before. I can say that with pretty much certainty, but it's a feeling that makes you feel like, even for the briefest moments, afraid.
Yes.
But then
Obviously, me and Dustin don't feel this because we're nobody.
Yep, you guys
Is
don't
that
have
how it
hearts.
is?
You guys don't have hearts. That is
Except that's not true, but okay.
Complicated.
they don't
Whatever.
have developed
Okay.
hearts.
Okay, sure. Right.
we're still
I get the little
newer
chill,
robots.
and my hackles raise, and I pretty much immediately the keyblade, and I kind of get into the hunched pose of
I kind of
Here.
immediately
something's here.
reach for my sword.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's another aspect to this feeling. It feels. I think I can give you a little more information here. It feels predatory.
Ah. Yes.
That my character's response is exactly the response I imagined.
Still
As
same
if he's now
response.
looking around
Yeah.
I'm
and
reaching
worried
for my
that something
sword.
is hunting.
Yeah.
They're brave.
Yeah. But I just wanted to give you. I finally. It was just that it finally clicked in my brain what the feeling it should feel like is. Yeah, predatory. But then the feeling passes almost as quickly as it come on. It's just like you brushed alongside something. But
In not having felt this, and I don't know, depending how they pulled out their weapon, I was going to probably inspect the cages to see if there was anything still inside.
yep. So you just ignore everyone pulling the two somebodies of the group pulling out their weapons and getting on guard. Suddenly.
Well, I'm depending on exactly the ordering of this, but
Yeah, this just happened just as soon as you stepped out into the dungeon.
Yeah, Zyson's going to give them an odd look and look around and be like, what?
guys, are you all right?
There's something here.
I guess I got to do a deep dive to see if I notice anything. That's right how I do a perception in this game.
Yeah, like you look at the situation and ask questions. So yeah, that's very much what's going on. So
Excellent.
I kind of figure deep dive is about when you need to know more information than you're basically automatically know by the story, but you don't need to make spot checks to you see the person there. No, either the story is you don't see it and have to do something special to see it, or the story is you see it.
yeah.
Trying
to get into the way this game works.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
talking
just
about it.
double checking with Thomas.
Yep.
This feels like a situation.
Oh yeah,
It
this
might-
totally. Yeah, this is totally a deep dive situation. If you want to know more,
Alright,
deep dive.
That's roll with heart, right?
Yep, roll plus heart.
Oh,
Nice.
Okay.
You get to ask 3 questions. What here can I use to blink? What here is not as it seems? What's the best way out of the situation? What is the biggest threat here? What was done here recently?
well, I think I need to go. What was done here recently? after all, Sohoy said that this is where he was fighting Heartless not too far ago. What's the biggest threat here? And what here is not as it seems, I guess?
Okay.
Like something might be off here. So that feels
Yeah.
pretty fitting.
All right. So let's cover the what happened recently. You notice there is some you see some what looks like some scuffs and footprints and such in like kind of in the dust, the gloom and dust that lead up to what looks like a solid wall. You are almost certain that there is a hidden passage behind the wall, and whatever happened to the heartless Sohoy had paralyzed, they got pulled off through wherever this passageway was. What here is the biggest threat? Yeah, so like looking at the reaction and from them, and just kind of like casting out your senses and such, I will give you that whatever they felt seems to have left. But if someone is gathering heartless for any reasons, that is probably your biggest problem here.
Mm-hmm.
And what does not here seem, there is a hidden passage through that wall, and this dungeon seems to be like, even by like the standards of this world, seems to be exceptionally desolate. Like it seems designed to break spirits.
Oof. Well, that's not a good
So
sign.
combining all that bits of information, it looks like someone's trying to make Heartless here.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Oof.
That's
That
terrifying.
is not a good sign at all.
So yeah, no.
Alright. Then on hearing this, Janox is gonna go over and say, and what's behind door number 1? And I'm gonna proceed to like tap on the hidden wall.
And it kind of just kind of it kind of the George kind of, you press on the thing and it just kind of opens up and kind of, and you can kind of move it the rest of the way without any issue. And inside you are witnessing what looks like to be kind of dungeon alchemy lab, I guess is the best way to describe it.
Ooh.
And in some of there's a couple of like vat type things that you see. Basically, one of them has a heart floating in it, another has a heartless floating in it, and then you just kind of see just the like there's just so many like tools and weird implements based on.
Mm-hmm.
Laura,
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna give you this thing. This looks similar to Ansem Seeker of Darkness's lab.
Uh-oh.
This, but most importantly about this doesn't look like it belonged here.
Yeah.
This looks out of place.
Mm-hmm.
Like this does not look like Jafar's Arabian
No.
from the original animated movie.
No
This
Arabian
looks like
Nights.
literally.
This looks like we opened up a panel and now what? They're like pure white walls with sort of vaguely cyber looking stuff on it.
No,
Yeah.
it's there's a lot of pipe. It looks steampunky. I think that's the best way to
Okay.
describe Hollow Bastion's aesthetic. In
Yeah, it's
one.
kind of
Okay.
steampunky.
Like a lot of
Okay.
pipes, a lot
So
of
it's similar
vats.
to the lab. It's similar to that one lab from the end of Kingdom Hearts 1, roughly, where
Yeah.
you only get to visit one. Okay.
Yeah, those kind of that kind of area. It just looks like it's built into this dungeon.
Mhm.
Yeah, like looking around, you do notice there are some notes here.
Yeah.
These look relatively new compared to everything else. It looks, and from that you can discover that this area was discovered after the monster started appearing.
Mm-hmm.
But they have been trying to figure out its purpose.
Soho's looking around. He's kind of maybe poking stuff, but probably not.
That sounds like,
Like
hello,
every time you're
this
about to
is
poke something, I'm probably like giving you like a gentle, like, no.
You smack his hand back, kind of like, nope, no touchy.
This
Oh, touchy.
does not seem to fit in here.
Something in here.
I like to
does not
imagine, like, after,
belong.
like, that Dyson just starts touching things.
Like I imagine with you, I at least know if you're going to touch things traditionally, you'll either get beat up or it's not dangerous, but so Hoy being the innocent child we see him as he is,
Mhm.
or making sure he does his best with anything.
Yeah, so as you guys are kind of searching around, eventually you find a journal.
Eee.
Just as you grab it off the table, you hear a click behind you as the door shuts, and the tanks with the heartlesses and hearts start draining.
Yeah.
And,
That seems bad. That seems bad.
And what happens next? Tune in next week to find out.
You're leaving us on this cliffhanger. Oh.
Yes, I find that it's actually really good to leave on cliffhangers with this game.
He always leaves on cliffhangers in general.
Yeah,
Always.
but I feel like it gives us a moment to kind of get into the action, when we get
Or
next.
it means that when we start next session, we're like, oh, hold on, we got to get back into character, figure out what's going on. We'll see.
Who closed that mysterious door? What are all the Heartless doing here? Find out next time.
Same bat channel.
But yes, so as always, you can join our Discord with the link down below in the description to chat with us and discuss the channel or channel adjacent topics, or what else you want to. Like, why the hell are there Heartless here now? Like, seriously.
Heartless everywhere now. Let's not kid ourselves.
Those things.
But yes, you can also follow us on Twitter at Tales of Cross to get updates from us and notified when the channel goes live. Character art is all done by friend of the show Carl. Links down below to their DeviantArt and Coffee account. Excuse me. Finally, like and subscribe to get future content and help us reach a wider audience. Like, we're starting to do good here, after 5 episodes of intro stuff. Hey, 5 days. How many days of Roxas? We just got past Roxas, and now we're on to the fun part.
I did feel pretty good about this session.
Yeah,
We split up, but
it was splitting up in it's more like your paths were weaving in and out of each other, and
Yeah.
you're kind of
yeah.
splintering off.
And then there was the thing I wanted. Inter-character conflict
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
role playing.
Zeiston's being a little sneaky. I'm still slightly mind controlled, although I think because I'm separate from Jafar right now is probably where part of my mind control is.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, so yeah, no, I think we did good. So to those watching,
I think the thing of I think he's a good guy is definitely the kind of thing that the mind control probably would
Oh, yeah.
still
Definitely.
affect you on,
yeah, basically
I'm imagining if I do a low roll when we actually fight him, that's going to be okay, he grabs his and asserts his dominance.
Yeah,
We'll have to fight a teammate. Dun, dun, dun.
but yeah, so to those watching us in the past, present, and future, remember what Cusco said: no touchy in this day and age. And good night.
No touchy.